Welcome back to JCR Garage and episode 4 of the Volvo build. As you can see, there's been a lot happening since the last time you saw this thing. It has had all the rust spots sanded down, kind of rusted, and Bondoed body filler. And then primer was applied yesterday. You can see we masked off pretty much the whole front end so we could do that one. Also masked off everything up top, but we knew we had to see out of the windscreen driving it in and out. And of course masked off fenders, door opening, top of the door. Of course I can turn on the light here, and you can see the whole bottom of the door has been primered pretty much. There's a few spots that are fairly thin. Now, primer we used was a bit old, so it was a bit too, well, wasn't fluid enough. So we had to apply a good amount of thinner, and that made it too thin, which made a lot of runs on the other side. Of course, we did this whole side. We did the front, you can see down here, all the way around, and actually didn't touch anything other than the bottom of this front fender. Get around here. The bottom of that front fender, the bottom of this door here, you can really see the runs. So I'll have to wet sand this and do it again. You're gonna need a second coat anyway. Of course, did the bottom of the rocker and where it has been welded. And now, of course, on the rocker, we're going to apply some black body protection, well, rock chip protection. Also, up to about there on the rear fenders, because that's where it was originally. That's where we're going to keep it. Of course, didn't bother with masking off the wheels, because those tires are from the 90s. And well, the rims don't look good. I'm going to put winter tires on the other set of steel wheels anyway, and then summer tires on the alloys. Yeah. So these wheels don't really matter anyway. I'm going to have to get another set of tires since these are way too old to be used, because these are the studded winters, and well, they are useless in the real world. So this thing's gonna have to get another set of wheels, of course. Like I said, another coat of primer and coat of paint. Then it'll have to be washed, polished, so it all matches. Trim has to come back on. Still need to get a set of taillights and all 4 of the corner moldings that are, you know, above the rear bumper and the front bumper. Then there are some small things to fix. Of course, the seat is all done, so that's just reinstall it, vacuum clean the inside, and clean it up, make it look nice. Then get this thing out for sale. Now, another little thing that has come in here, this is nothing to do with Volvo, but it has to do with another, well, one of the favorite cars on my channel. It is the Force Wreck Escort. Now, I have said it many times before, that car needs a different engine to be registered. It has to get back to one of the old Kent engines. Well, more specifically, an 1100. And that is a Kent engine. I went out to the parts bin and found it. I took the one that looked most promising. And it is seized. It doesn't want to budge. I tried with, well, a lot of things to make it move. It didn't want to, so I pulled the head off of it. And I'm thinking I'm going to do a video series on this engine on how to do basic things and some not basic things. I mean, of course, the engine is a part, so there's going to be some internal work. So what I'm going to do to this engine now is to get it freed up make all the pistons move. I'll pull all the pistons out, check all the bearings, hone the cylinders, replace piston rings, gaskets, whatever it needs, and then put it back together. And one of the things I'm thinking of starting with is the cylinder head down there, because the Kent style engines have a really simple cylinder head design. Now, of course, the Kents, like you can see, there is no, that cam is not for this engine. It's not, it's for the Taunus. Now, as you can see, there is no provisions up here for a cam, which means these are pushrod engines. And just overhead valve, not overhead cam. And another pretty interesting design is the heads are completely flat. There is no combustion chamber in the head, because the combustion chamber is in the pistons. Yeah, this is full of stuff, but the cylinder walls are fine. They're just a little bit, yeah, this one doesn't look fine, but it's just discoloration. Yeah, the combustion chamber is in the piston, and there's nothing on the head, so I can easily clean up this head with like a wire wheel brush or something like that without going too deeply into it. I do notice that now this valve isn't shut, which means it's probably going a bit slowly, so that's gonna need some checking. See if there's anything I can do about that. If not, I'm gonna have to get another head, which of course I have more of them. But this, I'm gonna tear this down, of course, take all the valves out, and show you how to grind valves, the grind seats, and clean up the head, all the gasket surfaces, and stuff like this, that I think pretty much anyone should be able to do if they understand how to use the tool. And then, of course, there's the rest of the engine, bottom end of the block. Go through everything, make sure everything's fine. Know that exhaust manifold has a crack, so I'm not gonna use that one. So yeah, that's what's gonna be coming up. I know this wasn't a big video about the Volvo, but there's not that much to discuss yet. I have pictures of a lot of the stages. I've used the VinWiki app to post updates when I've gotten that far. So if you have that app, you can go check that out and search for this car. Just, you can probably, I think you can search specific models. So if you just search 1983 Volvo 240, you'll have this thing show up, and it'll have a lot of the work done to it updated in there. I will, of course, have added the most important pictures in this video, which you will already have seen. And I will get back to you when this thing is painted. So that'll obviously be it for this time. If you like the video, show that down below by pressing the like button. You can also subscribe down there and hit the bell so you'll stay notified on when new Volvo videos show up on this channel, as well as that new series talked about with the Ford overhead valve Kent Crossflow. There's a long name of that engine. But yeah, do that down below, and you can check that out when it shows up. Drop a comment down below whether you want anything specific shown on that engine or anything specific shown on the Volvo. Also, of course, there's the Taunus. There's more video coming on that as well. And, well, a lot of other things. So drop a comment down below on what you want to see, and like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you later. Take care.